A harmless based enjoyer of naturally growing flowers, you know what I mean, was pulled over by cops and arrested for smoking said flower. During the course of the detainment, the suspect's car was searched by veteran police officer Paul Hartman. Having been on the force for 17 years, Paul is sure to be an upright police cop, a man you can trust. And so when the suspect reported to the police that an envelope containing $830 had gone missing during the course of that search, the police were quite surprised. To accuse a police officer of theft during the course of duty is a hefty allegation. Nonetheless, the police must address such claims. And so Paul Hartman was brought into the police station to sort this all out.
So we're live. Hello.
Hey. Hey, Paul.
So he's asking for somebody to present with him. Is that okay at this point? You guys mind if I sit up and we ask him the audience about it? That is being supervisor. Does it make a difference? I don't know.
I guess it's more up to you, right? So this is not a. I would prefer that we just talk to you because this is a criminal investigation. Okay, this is not internal. Okay, so this is something that you have to decide. You know, if you want to talk to us or what, or makes sense. I think, like, we have to have a conversation about that.
Yeah.
Right. That's our desire.
Yeah.
To do that, we'd like to be super clean with it. Like, read Miranda, just asking some questions. You good with that?
Yes, I'm good with them.
Okay.
You okay with it?
Yeah. I'm gonna let you do that, okay? Okay, right.
Right.
If you need something, let me know.
Okay, do you need something to drink or anything?
I don't know, Hunter.
Okay.
My extension's 8130.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Thanks,
Great. So yeah, like say you said, we're just here to ask you some questions and we just kind of want to hear from you what exactly happened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So before we do begin, we are just going to read Miranda as I said and just want to get some things clear. So it's 11:32. Right. Paul, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. You cannot afford to hire a lawyer who won't be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish one. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you have the right to stop the questioning and remain silent at any time you wish, including during questioning. Do you understand each and every one of these rights as I've explained them to you?
Yes.
Okay, having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us now?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So basically, we kind of got called in and we just kind of want to hear what happened yesterday on the call on Highway 100 it was.
And the stuff that went wrong, yes.
Okay. So why don't you just start from the beginning? Why don't you start when you were going to the call?
It was a call for hostile theft and motor vehicle in progress.
Okay.
Initial address was the Dollar Tree. Got switched to the other Dollar Tree. Chief was the first one out there on scene. Had eyes on the vehicle. We're all responding. Vehicles coming out of the lot. Hop the curb, do a traffic stop or whatever it is. They man and extra boxes in the vehicle. Parties ordered out of the vehicle. Assist in getting the party handcuffed. Go to search the vehicle. I see that there's a bag of dope.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I also see that there's an envelope with money. My initial thought is to grab the things, and I see that it's money, and I was like, okay, well, this is going to be for safekeeping. I put it in my pocket. I then think, well, the dope, I have to take photographs of it, put it back. In retrospect, I should have put the envelope there, and I didn't. I think Ricky know that I need a camera, something to that extent. For evidence collection, he brings me a camera. I take photos, collect the dope. Dave Madden finds the grinder, other drug paraphernalia. Continue with kind of search the vehicle. I don't think there's really anything else relevant there. Go on with the investigation and take photographs for the accident, everything like that. We're there actually quite a while.
Okay.
At some point, I parked the vehicle back in the lot. I have the evidence in the vehicle. I have the money that took for safekeeping in my pocket, but like, you know, I realize that it looks really bad now because it's like on camera and I didn't say anything about it. At the conclusion of the call, like 19 for property. At the time I'm coming in, I'm thinking about finding a drug tester, I'm calling up SIU, and like, at the time I wasn't even thinking about the money.
Okay.
I finally find Sergio who tests the drugs for me. I'm working on the report. At the time I get an email saying, hey, video is ready for this other case that I've been trying to get for Archie. And I'm like, I got distracted. I go plot the video. I come back, still typing, and then Zach tells me, hey, this guy's on the phone and says he's missing all his money. Can you talk to him? And at that time I kind of panicked because I'm like, oh shit, I still have this. But I tell the guy, I was like, I don't know anything about it. Let me talk with other officers, let me get back to you. Like, because I'm like, it's in my SWAT. I'm like, I need to like take care of this. So at this time I'm kind of panicking because I'm like, it looks bad. It really does look bad. In which case I proceed to go make sure I have the money. I come back and I call the guy, I say, we have it, do you want to put it on property? Do you want to come get it? He says, I'll be right there. I said, okay, I'll meet you in the lobby. When he comes here, I make sure my body camera's activated. I make sure that he looks at it. I ask him if he wants to count it, give it back to him.
Sure.
So, and at this point, I'm like, this all looks terrible. So it all looks really bad because it's like, I don't know, it wasn't intentional. So
Yeah, just relax.
you know, I get anxiety, you know, like, so this is, you know, I take pride in my integrity and everything. So, and then like, even today it was like, well, I gotta talk to somebody about this. But before like even get a chance to talk to anybody, he gets sent out on calls. So, and of course you get on a call and Ricky's like, we need to go back and talk about this. And then the first thing he asked me is like, do you have the money? I said, no, I gave it back to this guy and they told Megan about giving it back to him, that's on body camera and everything, so.
Let's go ahead.
Yeah, let's go back to getting the phone call about money missing.
Yeah,
Tell me how that went again.
it's not go well because the guy's like, I'm missing all this money, and I'm like, you know, I don't know what you're talking about, because at the same time, it's like, when someone kind of comes at you like that,
Amounts at all?
he says the amount. So I don't even know how much was in that envelope, so, he says the amount, and then like I say something to the extent I was like, I don't know anything about it. He's like, I'm gonna file a complaint. I said, well, come in and file a complaint. I said, you know, but like it was kind of, I think he was heated, and I think I was getting defensive, so I think I was kind of panicking.
Why did you tell him you didn't know anything about it?
I don't know. I don't know. I think it was a panic moment.
Okay. And so then you called him back, you said?
Yep.
And how did you call him back? What phone did you use?
I used the phone in the lunchroom. Because I went right up to my squad to make sure I had the money, because my first concern is I shouldn't have left it in my squad.
Okay.
So, and then I come back in and I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to go call this guy. So that's where I went to.
So you went to the lunchroom to call him?
Yep.
And when you handed it back, now, you said, when you were on scene, where did you put it when you were on scene?
My coat pocket.
Okay, and then from your coat pocket, why did you do it?
It was in there until I went to go get it once I realized that I still had it.
So when it's in the squad, it's in your jacket in your squad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's
so-
your jacket? Is it in the...
If I'm not wearing it, it's on the passenger seat.
Okay.
Did anybody else handle the money besides you?
No.
Did you photograph the money?
No, I didn't.
With everything else?
I didn't photograph it. And the thing is at the time, I didn't even document it. And when the guy called, Zach's like, you should add that to your report. I was like, I will. At the same time, I was like, I need to get the money back to him. And then I was like, well, it's already 3:00 today. I was like, I'm going to take care of it tomorrow. Like, it was at that point, I was like, I couldn't do anything more for the day. So my goal was to actually either have my report rejected back to me because I already submitted it. And at the time, I wasn't even thinking about the money for safekeeping, or I was going to add another supplemental report.
Did you talk to anybody about trying to stay and they were like, don't stay or something? Or...
No. I knew this was like, I knew it was like my mess up and I was like gonna try and like fix it. You know what I mean?
When you take the stuff from the car, you said you photographed everything else that you took from the car? Like where it was?
I don't know if I photographed the grinder or not. I think I focused on the weed, because I knew I was taking that. And then Tusha wanted me to take photographs of the vehicles because of the accident, like the detective squad that was not important.
Okay. But you never photographed the money, you're sure about that?
Yes.
Um,
And in retrospect, I probably should have.
right.
And how much was it again?
I didn't even count it.
Okay,
And
what
then
did he tell you it
he
was?
told me it was $800 something.
Okay,
So,
alright.
and
Did you look at it? Did it look like $800?
it looked like it. I mean, from the extent, like when he pulled it out and he counted it when I handed it back to him, because the envelope was like closed. So, and in retrospect, I should have handed it to Zach right away when Zach was taking him in. But at the same time, I just wasn't thinking about it.
What's the normal protocol too for mine?
It probably would be to photograph it. It'd probably be more vocal about telling everybody about it. I'm going through things in my head about things I wish I would have done to be more transparent. And those are the things that I'm thinking of right now, so.
When you have something like that extent of $800, would you normally put it on property or how would you handle that?
If it was for safekeeping, if he was like going downtown, I mean, otherwise I can go with him, it's money,
Right,
so.
that's a lot of money to have.
It's a lot of money to have, and at the time, like I said, I didn't know if he was going downtown or not until like we kind of knew it was just gonna be a local thing, so it was like, well, it's just safekeeping. I wasn't gonna leave it in the car with a broken window, so.
Right.
Can you talk about the extent of that call? Was there any reason why that money would be evidence of anything?
If there was something to do with the drug related thing, there was a component that they called SIU up for, but I don't know.
Did you ever let any of the SIU detectives or
No,
anybody
I
else
didn't,
know?
I didn't talk about it, I just figured I was like, oh, a lot of money, safekeeping, that was my idea.
So it goes from your squad to the locker?
Never went to the locker, it was in the squad until I realized that I had him come, until I called him and he said he was gonna come here and get it.
I guess I'm thinking about yesterday, you said it's in your jacket,
Yeah.
a phone call happens, yes, it happens to this morning or yesterday?
Yesterday.
So when the phone call happens, the money moves, oh, that's right, because it wasn't, alright, so it just moves from your jacket to your hands and then you take it to the locker.
Yep.
And nobody else ever sees this envelope or touches it.
No,
What time was it again?
that he came here,
Yeah,
it was right a couple minutes before 3:00.
okay.
So, and that's because that's why I didn't do anything afterwards. So.
You
which
didn't
is
document it in the supplement?
No, I didn't get that far and I didn't get a chance to tell the supervisor about it yet.
Okay, and you said today when you came in, you were going to talk to somebody about it?
Yeah.
Why were you going to talk to somebody about it?
Because when the guy called me, he's like, oh, I'm missing all this money. People in the report room were like, oh, dirty cop type thing. And I'm thinking, oh, this looks really bad. It's kind of like you don't want to be embarrassed. You want to this not to be a problem. So.
But the money was given back, so why would we need to talk about it more?
No, because I knew that phone call happened and I was going to add it to the report.
And you think he was gonna come in and file a report?
No.
Oh, okay.
What did you tell the guy when he comes here to the locker?
When he comes here, I said, oh yeah, when we see the amount of money, I was like, we don't just leave it about because we don't. So I said, we take it for security purpose or safety purpose. I don't remember exactly what I said verbatim, and I haven't watched my body camera since. So.
Did you tell him anything else happened with the money?
No, I didn't tell him I didn't send money because nothing else did happen with the money. It didn't go anywhere, it didn't.
When you came in this morning, your plan was to type on the money?
Yeah, well, I was gonna type on the fact that he made the phone call and like that I had it, cause like I didn't put it in my report at all.
Did you type on anything else this morning?
No.
Yeah.
No,
Do you still need to type anything on that report?
other than the fact that I was gonna type out his money, but no. Otherwise I
So
should,
everything else for that report is done,
yes,
and it was approved before you left?
yes.
Okay.
So it was approved yesterday because I was dealing with the property and like I said, I went to go get video from a different call I was working on.
What call was that?
Yeah, which one was that?
On Tuesday, we took a death at 94 or something, Lincoln Avenue, you were on it.
Yep.
And there's a state clinic across the street that had video. I went to go get video. IT person wasn't available. They said, come back. I had my 2 off days. And then Megan said during our off days, they're wondering why you didn't get that video. So I was kind of like, felt pressed to get the video and follow through with it. So that was like on my mind.
Did you type this portion of the report before you went and got the video?
Yes, the first part of it.
The timeline.
Yes, I was doing the property, I was doing the drug property, and I submitted that report, and then I was like, oh, I need to go with this video.
Okay. Before the end of the show.
Yes.
Did you take, alright, I guess, yeah, that's, you have anything else?
No, I know you said you had a panic moment about the money.
Yeah, because I mean, it just, you don't want to be like, you know, we all have integrity and like, so like, it was just like, it was kind of an oh shit moment.
Did you think you didn't have the money?
No, I did, and I was like, oh, but I like, at the same time I'm on the phone with this guy, I don't want to be like saying, like, other people, oh yeah, like, I screwed up type thing.
Okay.
And so it was like, and I was like, and also I was like, too, I was like, I need to verify that I have this, and then I'm going to immediately call him back to make sure that he knows that we have this.
Did you ever call him from your personal phone?
No.
Would you let us verify that?
Yeah.
Personal phone? Do you have it on you?
I do.
So I can do that, we just gotta do everything by the book, so if you can let me see everything, and then we'll just have you sign a consent form, and we can look at it with you, and just look at like yesterday's call log and stuff like that. That's alright?
Yeah.
Which squad did you have?
Squad 3.
Squad 3?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm just gonna look at the call.
Yeah.
This is Thursday,
Yeah, I don't think I made any phone calls yesterday.
so you have no phone calls from Friday.
No.
Alright. Paul, what's your middle initial?
C.
It's apartment 1.
No, 2 N's. A-N-N.
And what's the carrier for your phone and stuff?
T-Mobile.
T-Mobile?
Yeah.
And what's the passcode for the phone? Alright, so you can sign here. Then I'm gonna grab my phone, I'm just gonna take a photograph of your call log.
Did you have enough water and stuff like that?
No, I just filled it with Vickers.
Okay. We're gonna work through this, get through this.
And then, do you care if I look at the text messages from yesterday?
That's fine.
So Paul, is there any reason when you returned money to, just gonna ask you about it, that you might have told the guy that somebody else grabbed money?
I don't know, I don't even recall exactly what it was I said. Like I said, there was a panic moment. You know, and I wanted to like save face and like figure out like how can I not look bad, but.
Okay.
So I don't know exactly what it was I said.
Alright.
I guess, what if we just told you that you said you gave the money to somebody else?
That I did?
Yeah, like we watched the body camera.
Or somebody else grabbed it?
I don't know, I might have said that, I don't remember exactly what I said. So, which I understand is, like I said, it's not truthful, and like I said, I was just like in a panic moment that I wanted to like see how I could like somehow fix the error. So,
Okay. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, he calls, you say, dude, you're right, I got your money.
yeah, I should have, yeah, and,
I'll give it back.
Yeah.
Meet me up here. I'm really sorry about that. But instead, there were some other things that were said that,
yep, and I didn't want to like look bad to the people in the room, and that's why I kind of said it that way, and
listen, there's a lot of things we all fuck up, Paul, but
yeah,
telling the guy you don't know about it,
well,
let me go look. I don't know.
Right. If we were to pull phone records, would it show that there's any calls that are erased from you?
no.
You never erased anything from your call log or your text?
No, I mean, like, I think you can go into stuff that's erased, but like, you can go like recently deleted and stuff, like
I'm just making sure.
Yeah,
I just wanna,
I mean, no effort to contact with this guy with my phone or anything, I'm trying to be as transparent as I can, because like I said, I feel embarrassed.
I know, but I hope you understand, like, the reason we just have to ask questions is because there are certain things that happen that weren't transparent.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah, no, I agree.
we're just clarifying that stuff.
Yeah.
Did you tell anybody on scene, and you might have answered this, I'm sorry, that you found,
No,
money?
no, I don't think I talked about it at all.
Do you think anybody else saw you?
No, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I wasn't really watching people, like people were watching me, so I don't know.
Okay. We'll just check this, just because, just this reminder. Okay.
Do you have any other questions for us?
No, like I said, I'm embarrassed, so.
So you had squad 3 yesterday. There's no reason any money should be in there. Is there any reason any money should be in your locker or anything like that?
I don't think so. I'm
not saying I'm gonna do this, would you consent us looking at your locker and stuff?
Yeah.
And your jacket is downstairs in your locker, I'm guessing?
Jacket's in my squad right now.
Do you ever take it home or anything like that?
No.
I think I have anything else, no.
Alright, maybe we can walk down by your squad and if you hand me right now. Take a look.
Yeah,
That's
is that the squad you're assigned every day?
No, I'm squad, decided squad 37, but it's unshot.
Okay, and you had squad 3 yesterday? Or squad 37?
3 yesterday.
Okay,
This one's unshot.
and 3 today?
Yes.
Okay. that you're normally assigned squad 37.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Do that.
We'll walk down to the sergeant's office and
So at about 11:32, I read you your Miranda rights, you agreed to talk to us without an attorney present. It's currently 12:24, did you still want to speak with us?
Yes, I still speak with you.
Okay.
So you saw us search the squad. You were saying some things while we were searching it. There's obviously some concerns that we have. Okay. So can you talk about what's in the squad car?
That there's money in my lunch bag.
Okay.
Which has probably been there for quite some time if you think about it. There's two like vaults I didn't mean to found property that I should have found the owners, and I was like putting it off, and then to be honest with you, I completely forgot about it.
And where exactly were those wallets?
One of them was like turned into the station, and another one was out on a call. And I was trying to find, there's like some high school girl's information in there, and I haven't been able to locate her.
Well, where were you storing them?
I put them in my duty bag. I didn't take the money, everything's still in them, like,
And how long ago was that?
I honestly don't know right now. And
Week, months, a year?
not a year, probably 2 or 3 weeks. I honestly don't know. I'm
Okay.
asking.
No worries.
Was there anything else in the squad bag that we should be concerned about?
I think there was a knife in there.
What did it look like?
I don't know, some knife that some guy wanted us to get rid of. And so I threw it in my squad bag, and to be honest with you, that's probably been in there over a year.
Yeah. Anything else?
Nothing that comes to mind.
Well, there's something significant in there.
Oh, there is. Oh, there's a gun in there too. A broke gun. That's mine.
Alright, so what's that all about?
It was a 9mm that I had, and I brought it in because Pete Bray was gonna look at it for me, and we never got it fixed, and I put it in my bag. It's rusted. There's nothing I can do with it.
Where did it, I guess you're gonna have to explain that.
Yeah.
in the letter. Just
No.
because, like, it's not.
No,
Right.
yeah, it has nothing to do
What's going
with
on?
this.
Explain exactly where that gun comes from.
That gun came from my dad giving me his gun collection, and it was in it.
Okay.
It's not from any cases, it's nothing police related.
Alright, so obviously, like, we're gonna run E-Trace, all that stuff on it, and what's gonna show up on her? Who
I-
purchased the gun?
Hopefully it'll be my dad's name,
Okay.
What's your dad's name?
Ray Hartman,
Okay.
Raymond,
What is it?
Raymond.
Raymond. Oh, okay.
And what's the purpose of having it in your squad?
It wasn't, I brought it in because me and Pete were gonna look at it, and
When did you talk to Pete Beret about that?
this is probably years ago,
So it's, how long have you had that squad bag? That same bag?
since I got hired.
Alright.
There's probably junk in there that's years and years and old, and I don't regularly go through it.
You understand why I'm asking about it, right?
Yes, I do.
There was another phone in your lunch bag?
Yeah, it's an old phone. I think I had it just, when you update your phone, you still have your old one. I still had it for whatever, like photo purposes, this purposes, so it's been in my lunch bag for who knows how long.
Okay. With concerns to the wallets, did you make any effort to try to get a hold of the owners?
I did, there's the one that has a guy who lives on Greenfield Avenue, and I haven't gotten to his house yet. That was more recent, but otherwise, there's some girl with a high school idea who's not from around here, and I couldn't find any contact information for her. Yes.
Is there anything in the Phoenix system, like let's say this girl calls saying, hey, I heard my wallet got turned in, if I ran her name and locals, like from the ID,
Yeah.
is there gonna be like a call, like, hey, Hartman has this wallet?
No, there's probably gonna be like, I found her vehicle, like, with no contacts with her, and if there's any contacts with her, it would have been after I had the wallet, because
When did you find her? I guess I'm confused now, her vehicle.
her vehicle, this was a call, it was by Morgan Grove area, someone found a wallet. Go there, there's a wallet, there's a car, and matches her name. She's not from around here, there's no locals, can't find anything. I'm gonna take the wallet back, and I was gonna continue trying to make contact with her, and I got distracted, and I didn't follow up.
When did that call happen?
Three weeks ago, maybe even longer.
So you searched an abandoned vehicle?
No,
Is that
no,
what-
the wallet was found outside in the parking lot.
But you found a vehicle registered to the owner of
Yes.
the wallet?
Yeah.
Right? That matched the ID of the
Yes,
wallet. Which wallet was that? There was a black one and a white one.
so the black one,
So that's the black wallet.
yes.
White wallet,
Was one that was, some guy brought to the station, and I was like, I'll try and find the owner.
alright, did you make a call for that?
I think I tried to, and the phone number was bad that we had in Phoenix for him.
So you're saying the wallet belongs to a guy or a girl?
The white wallet belongs to a guy,
Oh,
and
okay.
he actually has an address on Greenfield Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one of those, I tried to call him in Phoenix, the phone number was bad, and then it was like, I'm gonna go over there someday, throw the wallet in my bag, and that one's probably been months longer, and to be honest with you, I forgot about it.
Alright, so that's my bad. I'm saying, did you make a call number? So like, I can go into Phoenix and I can say like,
For the
the wallet that was walked into the station.
I think I did. I don't remember. I think dispatch said, hey, come up to the station, come up and, person's here returning the wallet. And there's probably nothing typed in it because I'm gonna try and find the owner. But I don't know. There probably is a Phoenix call number for it.
I guess that's my question is like, what's your plan? Like, let's say the owner of this wallet were to call the station right now. Would there be any way for them to figure out that you have this wallet,
No.
right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of my concern with it, right?
Yeah.
Is like, what about the other wallet? This girl that left the wallet, if she calls, they'll be able to see that you ran her plate, maybe?
Yeah.
So then they can maybe figure it out?
Yeah, if you would
Maybe
get a
no
phone number.
limitation of taking a wallet from the parking lot?
No,
Is
it's,
there any record of that?
there's the call and send the call notes that the person found a wallet, but I didn't type anything on it, so.
So you didn't say that you took the wallet, you just, it's in the notes that a wallet was found?
Yep.
If we go talk to the person on scene, will they know that you took that wallet?
Yeah.
You're 100%.
I mean, they'll say I turned it over to an officer. I don't know what else to remember.
Because they handed it to you, not you found it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because this is the issue, is like when you find the money in the minivan, right? You're by yourself, no one else knows you took that money.
Yep.
Right? Is that what's gonna happen with these wallets too?
Did somebody turn them over? No, somebody turned them over to me. I didn't just
You didn't just,
come across them, no.
okay, but the one wallet, there's absolutely no record that you have it right now.
I don't know.
Oh, what's normally policy and procedure for when we find it?
If you can't find the owner, put it on property.
Right. Exactly. You've been here how long now?
17 years.
Did you have any intent to steal this money?
No, I didn't. I was thinking safekeeping, and now it looks terrible, and I really don't have a foot to stand on other than what you guys see and everything. That was not my intent.
Do you know how much money is in those wallets? I didn't specifically count.
I actually don't know. I know there's cash in them. Like, I didn't,
Yeah.
you know.
Cash, but I didn't count either.
So, and the thing is, when it's wallets, you know, I'm concerned is people will take cash and they throw the wallet away or something. I was like, you know, I believe in getting it back to them without taking the money, like, so.
I guess the other question is gonna be, who, when this guy turned this wallet in, did he tell you how much money was in it?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think he just said there's money in there. I understand because if there is money missing from it, then that looks bad.
Right, you said the word transparency a while, and like a couple times now. And we're trying to be transparent.
We're trying to figure out.
And figure out, you know, the game plan with this stuff. Okay, so the gun.
Mm-hmm.
The gun is your father's. They spoke to Pete Beret about taking a look at it. Did you ever take a look at the gun? If I go talk to Pete, he's like, "Oh yeah, I looked at that gun." So what's gonna happen?
It probably, but like I said, it was probably like, I think it might have been Death Sergeants at the time. And he kind of said, I think we both kind of noted that it's pretty junky, it's pretty rusted and everything. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna really do much with it.
Alright.
And what about the knife that we're talking about, does it have a sheath or is it a folding knife?
No, it's a longer knife. The guy's like, I don't want this disposed of. I was gonna dispose of it, and I completely forgot about it. I threw it in there, and it was to be disposed of. It has no value or importance to me or anything. So
And how long ago was the knife from?
probably a year or two ago. I couldn't even tell you the call that it was on.
Can you tell us the area?
I don't even remember. It was a long time ago.
When I looked at your squad bag, initially, very well organized. I mean, it's very well organized, so you know, I mean, you have everything pretty meticulous, and then when I took some of the stuff out the top, that's when all that stuff was in the bottom.
Yeah, it's probably been for a while, and like I said, it's mostly forgotten about.
Have you ever run the serial number on that gun?
No,
Like that would show up in Phoenix. Did you ever run it?
no.
Okay. Has it ever been run in Phoenix?
Not that I know of. I doubt it. I don't see why. I ain't no reason to run it.
There were casings in the car as well?
Yeah, you don't know where those are from, they're gold.
That's not from me. No.
They were in your squad bag.
In my squad bag?
Yep. They were in a clear plastic big baggie, and I have to check 3 or 4. I can't remember how many were
I
there.
don't even know.
Okay. They aren't in the squad, they were in a bag. One of our evidence was, so do look at that.
Um,
I haven't been any shooting calls or anything, so I haven't collected anything. I'm normally not an evidence collector.
so no idea on the casings in the squad bag. Is there anybody else that has access to your squad bag? Like, where do you keep it at the end of the day?
Back locker room.
Do you lock your locker?
No, I mean it's in the back shelving area.
Oh, that's right.
So yeah, I mean technically anybody could access it. I mean I don't see any why anybody would.
I mean, you know, we're gonna look at your locker, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything that would be in there that you forgot to give back, or that is from another call, I mean, that you might wanna let us know now?
That's what I can think of. I mean,
Okay,
there's a lot of crap in that locker.
okay.
I guess I would ask consent to look at your car to see if there's anything in the car.
Yeah, that's fine.
Would you be alright with that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a consent to
Okay.
the vehicle.
I just thought that my squad bag was so ancient and not even on my mind.
Thank you. And obviously, like with the locker, I'm gonna fill out a form. Which locker number do you have? Do you even know?
35, I think.
45. This is just to show that you're good with us doing this, right? Um, two. What kind of car do you have?
Black Toyota Prius.
Do you know the plates? And then we have locker number 35. Do you know the code? All right. So again, transparency, right? I've been asked by officers of the West Dallas Police Department to permit a complete search of locker number 35, located inside the West Dallas Police Department at 11301 West Lincoln Avenue in the men's locker area to be searched for any and all stolen items or any other item of evidentiary value. Okay? All right. Go. And then this is you giving consent for the search of your vehicle, black Toyota Prius. You can complete the rest of the form. All right, we appreciate it. Right now, we're gonna go to the sergeant's office one more time. Maybe I'll just call.
8130 is Rick.
8130.
That's what he said, here to 8130. Right?
Yeah, and Megan's 8122.
Do you want to run on that?
Yeah,
Just let him
for
know,
sure.
like that he gave consent for this stuff.
Yep.
We're just gonna proceed with that. And then,
Can he hang with them while?
yeah, if they wanna come up here and hang,
Okay.
it's up totally
Okay.
to them. Now hopefully we'll be done soon. Is this your first day on or
Second.
second? Yeah, well, obviously.
After yesterday.
Alright. Do you have the keys to the car somewhere?
Yeah, it's my locker.
They're just in your locker. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Do you have your phone on you?
mhm.
Do you mind if I take it for now? And then I'm not saying we're keeping it, but just so I can show like that you're not messing with the phone so that we're done, right?
Like I'm trying to do something. What?
Well, at this point, like I have to verify, right, a lot of stuff, right? I have to act like I'm dealing with anybody, right? So this is what I would do. And so I have to be able to say like, yeah, he didn't have access to his phone, he wasn't able to, message anybody or do anything, at all to tamper with anything. So, that's it.
I'll be right back. I'm still looking at it, I'm sorry.
I got you. Okay.
There is an M4 in my locker. It's in a box. Something I bought. That's where I keep it.
Okay.
Cause I don't bring it home.
Alright. When did you buy it?
This summer when Shorty's was going out of business.
Well,
He was having deals or whatever, so.
alright.
And there's also an off-duty clock in a case in there too.
Okay.
Anything you want to, excellent, fine.
It's fine. Just as long as nothing came from calls, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
the whole wall thing's stupid because it's just like, I'll just follow up with these later.
I know, but that's part of why, you know what I mean? Like, we have to just ask for more questions. It's not that you can't explain it, it's not that, things like that, but obviously,
It sucks. Because that makes you feel incompetent about just trying to do everything you can.
are you doing okay? Are you like,
Well, I'm just stressed out right now.
I know you're stressed out right now, like I'm saying, like,
I don't have a criminal record.
I don't expect you to have a criminal record. I've worked with you for a long time,
and
So, I'm just wondering, do you feel like things are slacking because like you're not focused at work or something? Like you're okay?
yeah, you lost
Think
focus.
it's gonna hang?
Fine. Thank you. If you can just, this is his phone. I told him that we're gonna just keep custody of it for right now.
Alright.
I can take it actually. We'll keep it. I'll keep it in my pocket here. Alright, so just don't let me forget to give it back to you. Alright, I don't think you will. And keys are in the locker onto your car.
Yeah, they're on my jacket, which is hanging on the open locker. You see there's 2 hooks in the jacket. One of the jacket pockets, the key will be in there.
I just wanna make sure we're doing our due diligence. I do wanna remind you that we did read your rights in the beginning. You still want to talk to us?
Yes.
Okay, so it's 3:12.
Go ahead. So, why don't we start with, I'm gonna try to bring up that phone call.
Okay.
It's over there.
Officer Scott with Dallas Police Department.
This is the phone call that you received and the report, right?
Yep.
Brandon called the report.
I really want to mention that I'm going to go that money for a bit, because that's how I feel.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Officer Scott with Dallas Police Department. I really want to mention that I'm going to go that money for a bit, because that's how I feel. Yep. It's more expensive. Okay, I did not go in your vehicle, so I don't know where that is. I can ask the people that searched it. I very much like that, but do we just get on for that? Search the car. You talked to the gentleman about exactly about this car. He said that it's valuable for the revenue. Can you come and talk to him? Search it, and you can come and talk to him. This is the officer that searched your car. Okay. His name is Officer Harvey. Well, it's Officer Harvey. Now, Officer Harvey? Yes. I was one of the officers who searched your car. So, when you open the car, I'm sure you noticed there was a two envelope sitting on the center console set. I just thought it was a big weed. That's not going to be out there. Okay. So we are in the most difficult phase. So when we all make every console, right, on my list to go to police, and you guys go through everything in the vehicle, all of the envelopes from my grandfather was going to turn out everywhere. So I know that went through all that. So this is very particularly odd that envelopes of money is missing. How much money is missing? About $835. I'll continue to search the vehicle for it. I'm searching right now, or just like all numbers in the vehicle. Okay. There seems to be no such envelope here. Everything else is going on my feet. So, it's crazy questions. I don't want to say somebody wants to take it $850 from me. I don't know what else to tell you. You're telling me about recourse for this, and you can take a vehicle and something like this still missing? I don't know what to tell you, sir. You didn't do a single goddamn thing. You don't have so really, I want to all over the place about this. If you come to our station about like you're wasting money, you're going to go. Now, everything seems to still be here except for one envelope containing money. Every time you saw nothing. All you saw was some weed. There was 3 crosses, there was some drug paraphernalia, other officers went through the backpack. So looking in, all of the officers involved in the search. Yep, it'll be on the police station. You want me to check one of the officers then? Yeah. Okay. I'm kidding. Yeah, of course I do. I'm gonna have to just fuck up. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, so what we want you to do is come in and file a complaint, alright? Okay, no big deal. Alright, I know.
So that's you on the phone call?
It is.
So let's go to when you hung up the phone. What'd you do?
What do you mean?
When you hung up this phone call, what did you do next?
And after that, I was like, at the time during the phone call, I realized, it's like, I still have this guy's money. Like, I said, I was in a panic mode because it's like, I forgot about it. Like,
So you
not
know you're
forget about it. I know I'm lying to him, but at the same time, I'm also trying to figure out how to save face. So it's like, and like, I thinking into myself, okay, as soon as you have this phone, make sure like that money's still in your squad car, and then find a way to contact him and be like, yes, we do have it. So I mean, like, I felt like I was caught off guard, and I felt like I was defensive and I panicked. And there's people in the room staring at me when this guy's saying there's missing money, and I don't want to look as though like I intentionally took anything, and it's just awful. It's like, and I think to myself, why didn't you just say, yes, we have it here? Like, I don't know.
And you said that you made the phone call from where again?
The lunchroom.
Okay, is the lunchroom recorded?
I don't think so.
Did you know that?
I think I know the lunchroom's not recorded. That isn't why I used it.
Okay. I mean, because you were a communications sergeant for a very long time, so you know.
Yeah, no,
which is recorded, which isn't.
I just chose the nearest phone that I felt like privately that I could call this guy and be like, yes, we do have this.
How soon after this phone call do you call me back?
Relatively soon, I went to first check to make sure that the money was still there, and proceeded to.
So like if we were to check garage cameras to show that you just went straight to your squad, would that show that?
Yeah.
So we have the time of this call, where is your squad parked? In the garage, do you remember?
I don't. It could very well be exactly where I was parked today.
And then you check for the money, and then you think you immediately go inside and make a phone call from the lunchroom.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Like I would verify that.
Yeah, then I called him. Yeah.
How soon after then does he come to the lobby? I guess we could look at the body camera video.
10, 15 minutes. He said he was still at the place
What place?
where he was arrested.
Okay.
So, I don't know that. That's what he said.
Oh,
So he basically gets back to his vehicle, immediately notices the money, and calls.
That I don't know. I don't know.
It just sounds like it.
Yeah, I don't know when he was released from here.
Alright. Do we wanna?
Yeah. So we're going through some stuff, with the articles that were located in your squad bag, the
Mhm.
bigger squad bag. So this is from, this is from 11/10 of 22. Peggy found a knife under a bench on the north side of the pond. So this was at Greenfield Park. Is that the knife, if you could
Like
recall,
22.
that possibly wanted to be disposed of?
That probably is it.
Okay,
I honestly don't remember. Like, this over a year ago. Like I said, I just threw it in my bag, and I think and the notes say it was to be disposed of. Like,
so did somebody come into the station or did you go to a call?
I went to a call. That was at Greenfield Park.
Okay, so do you believe that's the knife in question?
Yes, I do.
You have no recollection of taking a knife from under a bench?
No, I do. It was. So, I mean, I just don't
But
know
it's
if
a
I
huge
do.
knife.
It was a huge knife,
So
so,
it seems like something you might recall.
yeah.
Yeah,
At
but
the
I
time,
mean-
it was kind of like, okay. I was like, it wasn't important in my mind, I guess.
I got you. So you think that is the knife? That's what you're
I
saying?
do.
Because we're just trying to like.
I'm just trying to figure it
We're
out.
trying to match up exactly what, right? Because
We
yeah,
found,
like in the like we talk about that word transparency a lot. Right?
Yeah.
Like we're just trying to be transparent. We're trying to figure out where this property all belongs so that we can seal it all up, right? It's all, there's nothing in question at the end of this interview.
Yeah.
That's our hope.
initially when we talked about the knife, you
So if you don't know, you don't know, I guess.
told me that he came in, or somebody, a male came in to have a knife disposed of.
No,
Is
that was the wallet.
That was the wallet,
Yeah.
okay. The second one is from this August 26th, 2023. PD lobby found wallet on bike ride.
That's probably the one with the guy's wallet.
Okay, so that would be, were you working the desk that day?
No, well, I was called to the
You
front.
were called to the front
We're
desk.
very rarely at the desk.
Okay,
And there's probably nothing typed on because I was probably like, I'll just find the owner.
okay.
Number one. And can you look at this? Do you see, like you obviously, you're a desk sergeant, so you know how to read calls pretty well, right? That's you that went on that call, correct? And you were called going on that call now that we show that to you?
Yeah, but there's my name.
Wow. So you think that's it, right?
Yeah.
And then this one,
Yeah, that's me. So,
And then this is the wallet.
did we say which wallet this was, black or white?
it's the white one.
Alright, white wallet. Do you think there would be body camera of you collecting that wallet?
Probably not, but there's probably FOIA camera. If it goes back. FOIA camera, like, guy came in the lobby.
Oh,
Oh, this is the lobby one, okay,
yeah,
alright.
this is the one from Wilmer, 3300 South Wilmer.
Yes.
From the 23rd of September of this year,
Yeah.
11, and that's the wallet.
Yeah, and there was a vehicle there that I
Yeah.
ran that matched this girl's name. I knocked at apartment doors. I couldn't find anything associated with that address. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to have to do more follow up with the wallet.
Yeah, all of it's attached to the call, actually.
Yeah. And I forget what city it was. She wasn't anywhere near close to here.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It looks like it might have came back to a P.O. box as well. And then the casings was just on the 23rd.
oh, that's okay.
Can you tell me about that?
Yes, we got called to end of roadway off 101st Street for a guy found casings. And there's 3 casings that are smushed. Checked for possible shots here in the call. There was nothing there. Thought there's really nothing we can do with these evidentiary value. And I was going to dispose of them.
Okay,
Did you type on wanting to dispose of them or disposing of them?
I don't think so. I don't even know what was cleared as. It was cleared as an update, which I haven't gotten to.
okay.
How long ago was that?
23rd of October. So, obviously this isn't just one,
No,
there's a lot, so what's going on? What's going on with you? I mean, what's going on? Is there,
there's nothing going on. I feel like these are anomalies, and it looks better than more than multiple because I think it's can just be busy with the nature of the job.
Well, okay, so the thing that we're gonna have to do, right, it's part of our job, is right now, is we're gonna have to go and talk to these people about these wallets, and things like that.
Yeah.
Are you 100% sure that you didn't take any money out of the wallets?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay.
There should be money in both of them.
Okay. And you don't know how much?
I don't remember at the time. I probably flipped at them, just looked to see what was in there. Not important to me. I'm not taking it.
Do you think that's an important thing? Like right now, right? It's
Yeah,
important,
it is.
right? And I think I know that's not the way I was ever trained to take care of cash, right?
Mhm.
That we seize, that we take custody of, right?
Yeah.
Is that true? Do you think for you is that?
Yeah, but like I said, I had no intention to take the money. I had intention of returning the wallets.
That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm really not trying to say that. What I'm trying to do is, we talked about that word transparency, right?
Yeah.
There's some transparency issues with the way that we took custody of some of these things, right?
Yes.
So what I'm trying to understand is your intentions. Okay? You're the only one that can tell us about that.
Yeah.
Right? So what are your intentions when you're taking this wallet and not notating anything?
Yeah, well, my intentions are to return it so that way I don't have to do more of a report. That's usually where it goes, and then I have no excuse for things getting lost on the wayside. Should have done better, especially with the wallets. Even the stuff that's being disposed of. Why did I just take an extra 30 seconds to throw it out? I'm not keeping the knife for me or anything, or spent shell casings that have no value. So I don't have a good excuse for those things.
You may not think those spent shell casings or something, but that could be part of a bigger thing that we may not even know of at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You may think of it. So, and I understand trying to get a wallet back to somebody. I'd say the day you got it, if you can't get it back to them,
No property.
right. You want a paper trail to show that you've done your due diligence.
Especially when you have cash.
Yeah.
In a wallet, right? Because now, that's my concern as I go talk to somebody, right?
And they say they're missing.
They say there's $850 in a wallet, right?
Yeah.
And I go and look and count, right? And there's not, right? So, I also am concerned, with the fact that, the reason I'm pressing you, I guess, is because you did lie to that guy, right?
Yeah.
And you admitted to that. I appreciate that. And I think now is a good time for us to just come clean with everything, right? If you did spend a little of the money, maybe you're gonna plan on putting it back or something like that, or you took some of the money out of the wallets, just let us know now so we can deal with it, right? If we talk to these people and that comes up.
I didn't get any money on those wallets.
And the same thing with the gun, that's very odd to me to find that whole gun in there. You're 100% positive we will never find a call or something where it's suspicious that maybe that gun came from a call or something.
Yeah.
Where does your dad live?
My parents live in Brookfield.
Oh, Brookfield, okay. And when did he give you that?
Years ago.
Okay.
And then when he got it, would have been 20, 30, 40 years ago for all I know. So I don't know how that worked with teachers. So
Okay.
Would he recognize the gun if we showed it to him?
my dad, probably not,
Why not?
because he's 82 years old when he gave me it years ago. So
How many guns has he given you?
a collection that I had in my house.
Did he purchase that gun?
Yes, as far as I know. Yeah, he was a gun collector.
I guess in my mind, I would never forget a gun that I gave to my son.
Yeah, no, I have, between me and my brother, we have a lot of guns that he gave us, and I'm not consider myself a gun person, which is why I even said I asked Pete to look at this thing, and he kind of said it's jammed and rusted and not even really worth.
Where do you think your dad picked it up?
I don't know. I have no clue.
your parents always lived in Brookfield, or they
Yes.
live out of
They
state?
live in the same house for the past 50 something years.
It almost looks like you go to gun shows or something like that.
No. You never did anything like that, at least never anything after I was born, so.
I'm just trying to, it is odd to me, I'm just being honest, right? It's odd to me that he wouldn't recognize the gun that
He might, but that gun is like little, like junky thing.
Yeah.
He would collect like Colt 35s and 45s, like in pretty pristine condition 6-shooters. Those he would recognize.
Okay. So this was like, I guess, there's no story behind it at all.
No,
It's
there isn't.
just like a,
It was a side piece that he had in with his collection that he didn't even think was like important.
what about your brother? Does he know that you were given that gun?
Probably.
Would your brother recognize it maybe and be like, oh yeah, it's the gun my dad gave?
I doubt it. Because there's that many guns. My brother even has more of them than I do.
So let me just ask you this, and I'm just being, I just wanna know, and now's the time probably just to chat about things. So you see there's kind of a common thread. There's $835, then there's 2 wallets with a bunch of cash.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's some random loose cash that was in your lunch bag.
Yeah.
Is there anything that would be helpful for us to know? I mean, I know you say you didn't take anything, but I mean, are you having any financial problems or anything like that? Any bankruptcies, anything
No.
like that? Nothing.
No.
Okay. It's just there's a lot of cash that's being
Yeah.
involved here, so you can see where there's
It's
kind of
very,
common thread.
yes.
Okay. Gambling? Nothing?
I don't gamble.
Okay.
I don't buy lottery tickets.
Okay, well, thank you for being
Yeah.
honest.
Phone or anything like that?
No.
So you got to see where we're coming from because of the money issue,
I completely understand.
Okay.
And the cash thing is weird because it's like, it's very easy to kind of like feel like, where is this? Where'd it come from? Like you said, what's missing? What's not missing? And now it's going to be like, could be someone's word versus my word. So like,
Right, and I'm trying to, like I said, trying to get everything on the table right now.
and it's like, it's like if I were to take money from those wallets would be empty. Like, so why would I keep money in them and like keep them? Like, and which you're probably asking the same question. Like, my intention was not to keep them. My intention was to get it back to the owner. It's important stuff, not just the money, but stuff that's in vaults. It's important to people. So.
But you do have to understand, like, you put that on property and then Gloria sends out a letter
Yeah.
to these people, so this could have been rectified within 30 days.
Yep. And that's my fault that I should have done more on that initiative too. Instead of, it's one of those things where you're trying not to create yourself more work and you end up creating yourself more work by not doing work.
Yeah.
And I understand that.
And other issues, right? Because now there's questions.
Right.
There's more than just work. So it's questions of the intentions, right, of doing this. So I guess in the spirit of asking everything, the wallets that have cards in them and stuff, right? If we track the usage of those cards, you're telling me you never used any of them?
No.
You're 100% on that?
100%.
I want to check on that other stuff too.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Is there anything that you can think of to talk about that would maybe try to explain?
No, it's embarrassing because you see it and then you look at it from an outside perspective and it's like, this should have been done better. You know?
Has there ever been any like little things right? Because like at this point, like I said, we have to look at a number of things. Are there any little things that ever went missing from, like, did you ever, like, from an abandoned vehicle, like, take a pair of sunglasses or take like a little knick-knack or anything like that?
No.
That, like, we can just put on the table right now and be like, oh yeah, he told us about that, it's not a big deal. Anything like that?
No, I don't really.
Has there ever been anything from, like, maybe you took something to be put on property and you just totally forgot and it got thrown away eventually, and you never notated it?
No, and see, that's part of the problem is I don't throw away stuff, even that I even say I was going to.
Okay, so like, anything, has this ever like happened in the past where you gave something back to somebody like after a year or 2 years or something like that, like where it became like a long time? So
No,
you show,
nothing
like,
comes to mind, and
you can
this
show
is,
like, oh, you know what, he did actually return some of this stuff at one point.
you know, I would think over the course of the years, I don't know how much stuff I've returned and I've returned. This is obviously stuff that like I flaked on, you know. No, I nothing comes to mind.
Okay.
What's on the first one?
We were just talking about if there was ever anything in the past, like where he did have something for a significant amount of time, he did return it. And he's saying that you can't think of anything else
No.
like that.
No, if you would have asked me earlier today, I would have said, oh, I got these two walls. I could, you know, like I said, these things happen. I'm like, you put them out of your mind because you're busy with your day to day, and then I don't have any good excuses for the time frame, you know. Like,
And I think everybody understands how that stuff like,
For sure.
goes, right?
yeah. Then
I think our concern is just that like, there's a number of things all at once, right? Like,
Yeah.
And we told you we were gonna go take a look at the squad, right? You said go ahead.
Yeah.
You didn't mention anything about, you know, like,
yeah, because I mean, like, I'm thinking about yesterday's incident, so I'm not thinking of anything like, you know, in there. So I think the same way when you say about seeing my phone and stuff like that, it's like seeing my phone, like I don't really know how that relates to some of the stuff. So I get it. Like I know you're just trying to be thorough. So
yeah. So the idea with looking at the phone would be more of showing that, right? Obviously, people communicate about a number of different things, right? So if there was, let's say, never a communication, like it's part of it is like omit things, right? Like from this investigation, like say like look at your phone and there's never a mention of like this gun or like you buying a little piece from somewhere, right? That you're or trying to sell one,
yeah,
or anything like that, right? It puts that all out of the question. Or maybe I don't know, like if you communicated with this guy like with your phone or on the side and it was deleted, like we can see that like he didn't lie to us about any of that. Like it was all just up front. He called in from the phone in the lunchroom, right? A lot of it is just confirming that, and the reason that we have to dump the entire thing is like for court it shows like yeah, like he let us look at the entire thing. Like
Not a problem.
and so we're just our thoroughness is part of it is me putting myself in your shoes. Like I want you guys to like, yeah, like here, look at everything. Like I'm being honest with you, I'm being transparent because kind of what got you in the mess that we're in is a little bit of not doing that right on the front end. But if you had like right away been honest like on that phone call, right, and said like, oh shit, I might have that money, right?
yeah,
Maybe maybe it'd be different. I don't know.
Because either way, yeah, it doesn't look the greatest on either way, but at least you're like, yes, dude, right, I do have that money. Do you remember getting a phone call from Zach from the booking room to the courtroom? About what was found in the car or anything?
No.
Okay.
Did I call him or did he call me?
I think he might have called you.
Okay, I don't know if he was just, I think he asked me if there was a dope and paraphernalia. So,
Okay. So there was that phone call, but that's all you guys talked about? Of what was found in the car or what?
yes.
So you omitted telling him about the money.
Yeah, I didn't tell anybody about the money. And the thing is like, I don't know why, like, it wasn't on my mind at the time, but that's no excuse. But like, I was thinking the drugs and paraphernalia.
Well, we're not talking like $20, we're talking $835.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah,
It's a lot of money to be found with dope as well. So obviously, those two kind of go hand in hand. I believe he said it was his rent money, but we always
no,
Yeah.
take everything with a grain of salt.
I guess that would be another thing, like when have you made a lot of drug arrests?
no, I don't. Like, it's usually not the thing I deal with, and I, be honest with you, it's not that I'm uncomfortable with it, but it's not big my comfort zone. That's like,
I guess how long have you been on patrol now? Because you were on the desk sergeant gig
yeah, for
for
like 7 years.
7 years.
So 6 years and 3 years, 9
So
years.
6 years before that,
Yeah,
and then 3 years after. So you've been like on patrol. So when you find money and drugs, like isn't that like in your mind? Is there a connection there?
there can be, I guess. I mean,
Can you explain that? Just explain from your experience, like.
well, if they're found together and you think it's like, if you think it's someone especially in the area of dealing, yeah, I guess so.
Alright,
So, but it's like I said, that's never really been my big thing. It's never been my,
I get it.
so
How close was this money found to the drugs?
I think the drugs are on top of it.
Alright. Was there any sort of like transaction that was part of this call? Like as far as like money traded for drugs, was there talk of that at all?
Not that I know. When SIU showed up, there was something to do with this guy and people going in his car to get drugs, but I don't know the extent of it.
Was that before or after the search of the car?
I think we found that out kind of afterwards, because initially we thought the guy was breaking into cars.
Okay, so you're searching for stolen property as well as drugs?
Well, yeah, we didn't know, we thought he stole stuff.
Right. Could he have stolen money?
Yeah, he could have. I didn't think about it.
You photographed the evidence inside the car,
Yeah,
but you never took any photos of the envelope or the money.
no,
So that was removed before you photographed the marijuana.
yeah, and well, the marijuana was too, and then like I thought I needed to photograph it, so I put it back where it was.
Alright, so you collect the marijuana, but that's on body camera, right?
Yeah.
And then you put it back to where you collected it from and take a photograph of it.
Yep.
So that makes sense, like for court, right? The money though, that it was on top of.
I was thinking to myself that I need to like keep this safe because it's money, like I don't want it.
Do you look through the envelope to see how much money?
Nope, I just saw it was envelope and I could tell that there was money in it. So
Are you 100% you never looked inside the envelope at all?
I'm not 100%, so I'm second guessing myself.
Okay.
So,
But you could see there was cash in it.
yeah,
But you didn't think, so when you put the dope back to take the picture, you didn't think to put
and I should have.
the money back.
The guns in the locker, can we talk about those a little bit? Right, you mentioned them to me,
Mm-hmm.
right before we went to go search them after we got the consent form signed.
Yeah.
You said there were 2 guns in there. Can you go over those again?
There's There's a Glock
Okay.
that I bought. It was kind of like an off-duty weapon. It's a compact one.
Alright.
And then there's an M4 that I bought from Shorty's because he had it going on a business sale, and I thought I've never had a long gun, not big in the guns, and I thought that it was the time to buy one. So
And then just because we're gonna be going through all this stuff, can you just give me a rough estimate of when you purchased those guns, where you, like you said, Shorty's?
they're both from Shorty's.
Okay,
So,
when he was going out of business?
Well, the firearm was from like a year prior.
Okay,
wait, the firearm.
The compact, the Glock.
Oh, yeah, the glass. Do
That's
you remember what model it is?
I don't.
Do you remember how much you paid for it?
500.
And that was from Shorty's Shooter Shop.
Yeah.
Located
On 60th Street.
and so like we can say we're just like grant or something, right?
600.
Yeah.
600 grand. And that is over a year ago? Do you have like a month that you bought it?
They bought it in November, December. Not of last year, but the year before.
So it would be 2021.
Yeah.
November or December, just before Christmas.
Yeah.
The Christmas present.
Yeah.
And then the M4.
I bought that earlier this year. Late spring,
So
maybe early summer.
So May or June?
Yeah,
May or June from the same place.
same place.
And have you shot it yet?
Yeah, I one day went out to the range with the training bureau. Only shot it a couple times, and then we got downpoured on, so it went back in the box, which has watermarks on it, and it's been in there ever since.
Do you remember what you paid for that?
Either 1,000 or 1,100. I remember it was off the sale.
Okay.
Do you normally, you keep them here, why?
I don't really want to keep guns at home, like
Okay.
that thing, small kid, so
Mhm.
I just kind of kept them here. I figure if I'm going to use them, if I'm going to go to range or something, it's going to be from here.
Do you carry the little one on you?
I haven't. Like it's kind of one of those like I got it and
Just in
then
case.
and then I never do. I keep my duty gun here. I don't carry when I'm off duty.
Qualified with it, or there'd be record of you
Yeah.
qualifying with it?
Yep.
Alright.
So you don't take any of your guns home?
No.
Okay.
One thing I did notice, in your locker, there's a ton of USB drives.
Yeah, I've had a lot of broken ones, and then I've also gone to a lot of training where I feel like they hand out one at each thing. And then I'm also the video guy, so I find myself collecting them. Every time I go to Target or Walgreens, I end up with a new one. And a lot of times I format them, I sometimes hand them out to people, but then I have a bunch of them too. And then my partner's like, well, don't throw them away. Like,
Is there evidence on those in your locker? Is that something, because is there stuff that needs to be put on property or uploaded?
there's one from the one I got from yesterday that I was
Okay.
kind of in the middle of getting. I told Megan it's in my vest pouch,
Okay,
and it's a video from the spade clinic.
okay, what about any of them on the top shelf?
No, nothing relevant. So I'm pretty good. Usually, if anything after it's going to xm.com, it usually gets deleted.
Mhm.
So there's a bunch of stuff. So
Yeah,
and it's weird because a lot of times you're like, well, don't throw it out. Don't delete it unless you need it. So.
What are the other gun boxes in your locker for? There's there's two empty clocks.
Oh, what it is okay, one's for my duty gun,
okay.
and another one is about a year ago, when they were cleaning my gun, they saw that my handle was cracked, and they had to send it out for repair. And they gave, at the time, you can ask the training bureau, I had a loaner gun, and then when they sent me the new butt stock, I got another case.
You have a lot of sunglasses too. Yeah, that's fun.
It's one of those things, you get sunglasses, you don't throw them away, you figure if you can use them, and it's great.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything further. I guess one thing that that is like really bothers me a little bit is the casings that just happened, and you didn't have any recollection of it.
Yeah, well, I do like now, but the time you run out, it's like I said, I just remember like these, I saw these casings and there was like junk, I'm just like, these are to be disposed of. After I like looked around in Phoenix to make sure there was like no shots fired, calls in the area, nothing relevant, and
I said I didn't even look at it. How did it originate? Like
guy called, someone from City Yards
side.
said, I was at the cul-de-sac here and there's these casings on the ground. They don't look fresh, they look like they were run over 100 times. So, yeah, I didn't, that's why I kind of looked to see if there was anything. I was like, well, these things aren't worth putting on property. Like,
But you never know. I know. You just never know. We have a lot of gun calls and you just don't know. We just had that shooting on 701 Greenfield 2 weeks ago.
yeah,
Because now
Yeah.
a lot of times what you do too, isn't it now? Like you would put it on property under an update. Like if you for a found property, you don't have to create an entire case, right? You can just,
depending on what it is, yeah.
right? Is that what you would normally do with a wallet too? Like, would you create a case?
I would do a phone property report.
Or a full report, not just an update with like wallet turned in?
No, I think I was never
property. So how come they didn't assign like an IR?
Because it's one of those things that's like, it's kind of like, I'm going to try and find the owner first. If I don't find the owner, then we'll have it change, then we'll have it turned into a report.
So I guess for some of these updates that are older, they're cleared with a C.
Mm-hmm.
What would that mean? Like if they're cleared with a C, are you clearing it yourself?
No, I mean, it might have been like I told dispatch to clear with the C for now or something until it'd be changed. That's the only thing I can think of. So,
Would you be able to, like, if I asked you to, like, go back in your notebook and find, like, the name of the person that you got the wallet from? Would you be able to go back in your notebook and do that?
yeah.
Like, you took a name and
Yeah.
stuff like that? Alright. Same with the knife? You think you'd be able to get, like...
The knife, I don't
same?
think the knife, I don't think I actually met with somebody said it was out, or I don't think actually, or if I did, there was somebody there and they pointed it out and I probably didn't grab their name. If it was just to be disposed of, I probably didn't. I could check my notebook, but I don't know.
Yeah, because this one, like, PD lobby found wallet on a bike ride.
Yeah. I'm sure I could probably have the guy's name
In your notebook?
somewhere, yeah.
Because there's probably nothing in the call, right?
No, because there wouldn't be. And like when you asked me if there's body camera, I probably didn't activate my camera if I just talked to somebody in the lobby. Maybe
Why is that?
I don't know. I think it's just the habit of talking to people in the lobby. Like,
So you don't.
used to.
Is this,
I
Are you supposed to?
think anytime we're supposed to interact with people, we're supposed to. So I mean,
Okay.
but I'm just being honest. Maybe there is. So, but I don't know.
This is neighbor found wallet sitting on a car. Burn 12. So it wasn't on the ground, it was on the car.
I went there and the lady came out and she handed it to me.
And you got her name in your notebook, you think?
I believe so.
And it looks like they ran the car.
I ran the car.
But we don't think that you
No, because I was trying to.
entered any names for.
No, because she wasn't in Phoenix, so I checked Phoenix and I checked Cages, and there was no hits on any of them. So
You're talking about the owner of the wallet.
yes.
I'm talking about the lady that handed you the wallet. Her name is not in this report at all. I don't see it.
I don't know if it is or not. It probably isn't, because I probably didn't type on it, because I figured I was gonna get to it.
I mean, it's just difficult because we're trying to, I'm just trying to get on record, like, you know that you're supposed to enter those names sooner, right?
Yeah.
Right? It's
Yeah,
just-
and like I said,
And it's like, I know, like, this job waiters on you, right? And I know that there's a lot of stuff going on, and it's like, is there stuff going on that like you're very like unfocused about what to do with stuff right now?
I don't
Is there
think so,
stuff going
because
on?
I'm usually the person, I'm always on top of my reports and everything.
Oh yeah.
So when something like this happens, it's like, I probably just put it too low of a priority,
Okay.
and then when it fell off the radar, I don't have an excuse that it wasn't done.
So you're just saying that like things have been super busy and you've been just losing track of some stuff. That's what's going on.
With these, yeah.
First stuff.
So the
Yes.
phone and stuff.
Yep.
If you want, I can give you your phone. Do you want to make a call or something? You want
Well, no,
to? Because it's almost 4 o'clock right now. Is that okay? Do you need to tell anybody? That
I mean, is it my actual phone or is it?
Yeah.
your actual phone?
No, it's your actual, the black one, I believe. I don't know, is there a lot of stuff on that old phone?
I wouldn't say it's a lot. It's just,
Okay.
you know, it's just old and lucky. It's like,
We're just going over like these calls that, like I was asking if there's anything that was, like if you've been super busy, like taking calls at work lately?
we're always busy. Like, I don't offer any excuses. I can tell you these are anomalies. If you look at, you know, numbers.
I know, but there's 4. There's
I know.
4. That's not an anomaly.
Within a
Anomaly-
year.
By definition, an anomaly is like one thing.
Yeah, I understand. And
Right.
that's probably not
That's-
an appropriate word.
Yeah,
so.
that's what I'm trying to like say is like is there anything like else going on that we need to worry about? Like we're cops, but
Yeah.
we're also like, you know, people too. Like we're, you know, is this like a sign like, hey, like Hartman's stressed out, like there's something, you know what I mean?
No, I don't think there's anything, so I'd put it on. I mean, like I said, it's probably the nature of the job. Like I said, I put it low priority and,
I mean, these are the ones we know about.
yeah.
There's ones that we may not even know about. And I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything, but these are the ones we know about.
Mhm.
So there could have been other ones along the way that,
And we just want you to lay everything out on the table right now, because right now, I don't wanna like if we go back and we start looking at stuff, like we're gonna have to a little bit, right? That's kinda obvious, I
Yeah.
think. That someone's not gonna pop up, like, oh, you didn't tell us about this either, right? Like we're kinda adding stuff up. You didn't tell the guy the truth about the money, right? You didn't tell us about the casings right away, right? And you didn't tell us about the 2 wallets in the car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so now at this point, it's like,
I understand. I wasn't picky about the walls in the car and the casings.
but I mean, if this is how you've been practicing your police work for a while, you're probably not going to know a lot of it. Cause this isn't, within the first year, I have a hard time believing that this is just how you've handled things in the last year. I feel like it's probably been over the course, but it hasn't ended up where we have questioned you because you maybe got the wallet back to the person or, you know what I mean?
I understand.
what do you think would have happened with the money if he hadn't called?
No, I would have gotten back to him.
Did you have any way to contact him?
Phoenix, I knew we had his phone number, like, and the thing is like,
So is that where you got his phone number to call him from the lunchroom?
yes,
You didn't talk to Zach or anything?
no, I looked it up.
Is that just because, like, well, explain why you wouldn't just go talk to Zach once you
Because
found the money?
I was kind of embarrassed about the way the whole thing was going, and I wanted to fix it as soon as possible.
Did you, I mean, is there a reason why you didn't just tell Zach that you found the money right away afterwards?
No, because like I said,
Or anybody else?
no, because like at the time you're, in terms of the phone call, because I was in the report room, but no, I don't have an excuse.
Okay.
But when you were talking to him, Brandon, is that his name?
Yeah, yes.
You knew you had the money.
I knew I had the money and I wanted to, like, I kind of, like I said, I realized it was like an oh shit moment, and it was like, how do I save face with this? And I was just like I said, I was really kind of in a moment of just like, you know, like I said, I was like, oh shit, like I still have this. Like I was like I need to not get distracted by other things, and like it like upsets me because I like hold myself to my integrity. So like I don't know, I didn't, he started getting aggressive with me, and I started getting defensive, and I just like I didn't act like how I didn't act like how I should have acted. So
But you did put the marijuana on property, right?
yeah.
But nothing clicked with you at that point, like, oh shit, I got this money.
It wasn't on my forethought, and I don't have an excuse for that either.
Okay. Anything else?
No, just, I guess, I mean, you've been doing this job a while, like, if you put yourself, like, in our shoes, like, what do you think this looks like?
No, it looks bad, and that's like what I said, like, when I first talked to Ricky today, I said, this is what I did, like, and then like I told Hank, I was like, yeah.
But when did you talk to Ricky?
It wasn't until like he said, hey, you need to come and talk about this call, but like, my goal today was to talk to them, but I got sent out of a call like at before 7 a.m. today.
When did you, so out of assembly you got called to a call?
Out of assembly, I was loading up my squad, and I was already called up to go on a call.
Did you mention to them after assembly, like, hey, I need to touch base with you guys about something?
No, I was gonna wait till there wasn't like a room full of people.
Seems like you're very worried about what everybody else thinks.
I do.
I guess one last time, I know that we've gone over things a number of times, but I think this is important. When you search the car and you find the money.
Yeah.
Describe to me exactly how you conceal that money on your person.
No, I just took it and I was like, I need to put this somewhere, and I put it in my coat pocket.
Is there you don't think you look at the envelope more than that?
I wasn't gonna go through it. I saw it and I was like, I could tell there was money there. Thinking,
How did you know there was money?
you could see like it was closed, but you could see that there was cash. So no idea how much it is. So I'm not gonna deal with it. I'm thinking safekeeping right off the head of my mind. I'm thinking I have this bag of dope. I was like, oh, why am I moving this? Like, I need to put this back. Like, and like I said, it's just like now I'm Monday morning quarterback myself. It's like I should have done this differently. So, and
So you take the money and immediately put it in your pocket.
Well, yeah, like I pull it out and like I had the dope in my one hand and I had the money and I was like, well, well, I need to take care of this. I mean, I was like, I need proper evidence collection and I was thinking about the dope and I was thinking about the money, so like, that's what I did and like, I wish I would have done it differently, so.
Are you an evidence tech?
No, I'm not.
Have you ever taken any evidence classes or anything like that?
Not outside of our basic training, so.
I mean, cause you're an evidence guy. You're an evidence guy.
For digital evidence,
You don't,
So
you're not an evidence tech?
You have taken some evidence classes?
digital evidence classes,
Not for physical?
no.
You're not an evidence tech? Huh, I thought you were.
I guess I'm trying to picture too, like me taking property and putting it in my pocket.
Yeah.
Is that normal for you?
I wouldn't say it's normal, because like I said, I'm not a big evidence person, and I know normally I should have grabbed a plastic bag or something right away, and I just didn't.
Do you know if there was like a property bag for his personal property that was started already? Did you see?
There was stuff, like when we initially arrested him, stuff was handed to Zach, I don't know if he had a bag or not. Cause even I helped handed him stuff, cause when the guy was like ordering the car and like stuff spilled on the ground.
I guess if you knew another officer, like let's say you were on this call and some other officer took an envelope of money and put it in his pocket real quick without saying anything to anybody, what would that trigger in your head?
Wouldn't look good.
Cause when you take the dope, where do you put the marijuana?
I end up taking it and then I'm thinking I need to photograph this before I take it.
How did you package that? Did you put it in your pocket or did you do something else with it?
Ricky brought me a paper bag.
Okay. So he brought you for that.
What about the
Camera.
pipes thing?
The
Wasn't there paraphernalia?
there was a grinder.
Same thing?
I think I threw it all in the bag and I should have threw the money in that bag too.
See if I'm still here, see.
Sure. Alright, we're almost done. So we'll be done here and I would hope like the next 15-20 minutes. I'm sure we'll have to talk to you a little bit and if we need to talk to you or something, I'll give you a call about anything else. We're gonna look at things and I really appreciate you being so cooperative with us and talking with us and just hanging there, there's a lot of stress and stuff, so just it seems to me like there's I hope that there's not some stress at home or something, or maybe stuff's getting neglected because just I don't know, take care of yourself and if you need to talk to somebody, you can always call me or somebody else or whatever, just keep that in mind, okay? And we're gonna we'll go through part of us doing all of this work too is to just lay everything on the table and show that like that word that we talk about all the time, right? Trying to put transparency of it all, like trying to be like, hey, you know, this is where we're at. Not hiding anything or leaving anything out to us. Were you there when that guy got arrested? Were you like one of the first squads there?
I was hopping out of the car when Zach was ahead of him on the ground at gunpoint, so there was happening a lot.
Do you remember where your squad was exactly?
North going on Highway 100, because he was coming out of the pet world lot. People like Dave just decided to drive in the opposite lanes of traffic. Me and Layman went down and like hopped a curb and we're turning around.
So you're still parked on Highway 100?
Yeah.
When this guy's taken into custody.
Yeah, so it's kind of a drama because it's almost like a non-vehicle contact, even though.
NBC.
Yeah, so Dave pulls up next to him and the guy's car was still in park, so, or the guy's
And still in
drive, so we hit Dave's vehicle, which is another reason why, like, adrenaline's going. I wanted to take photos of the car, so that's what most of my photos are.
Do you have a camera or did you?
No, it was the sergeant's vehicle camera. We're down to like 2 cameras on patrol.
That's what I heard that the other day.
So, I don't know if they.
You already got the photos on evidence.com and stuff?
Yeah, I'm usually very thorough and very quick with a lot of my stuff, so when this stuff happens, it's not, I can tell you it's not typically me.
Just have Sergeant Stickle gonna just hang tight so we can just chat. I'll check on that phone. She's coming up. And then hopefully, shoot right here. And what's Clancy's extension? Yeah, she just grabbed her phone to just.
During the course of the investigation, Paul Hartman was found to be in the possession of multiple wallets of citizens he had previously arrested. It just goes to show that most victims of police misconduct do not speak up. Fortunately, one man did, leading to Paul's loss of his status as a police officer and a sentence of 18 months of probation.